variations of PIM that we can encounter. And so the first variation, the legacy protocol independent multicast, is dense mode. So what do we need to know about it? Well, that it's legacy, and it's legacy because it was designed poorly. Here was the idea. Here was the original intent, which I suppose was a good idea, but it just didn't work out, as we'll explain in a moment. But what happened here was they said, well, let's design a PIM variant that is ideal and optimal for when there is a dense distribution of receivers. So the idea here is that you have this sender and just about everyone in the enterprise wants that multicast feed. So dense mode seemed like a great idea. There would be this flooding of the multicast everywhere, and then there would be this pruning of sections of the network where it's not actually wanted or needed. And then there would need to be a grafting for those pieces to be put back on should someone show up that wants the feed. So the first thing to note is that I love the prune and the graft vocabulary because I was once into gardening. Just kidding, I wasn't. But I do, for some weird reason, know prune and graft as vocabulary associated with gardening. But so notice how interesting this is. It seemed like a really good idea, but we're going to see PIM sparse mode next. And it turned out that PIM sparse mode was a superior approach regardless of whether you have many people that want the feed or no one that wants the feed. So PIM sparse mode really became the way to go regardless of the exact distribution of the population that wants to receive the multicast. Now, notice it's subtle here, but it's super important. Underneath the receiver, you see I have that S comma G in parentheses. That's what you would see in the multicast routing table for the PIM dense mode sources. For every source, there's a specific tree that is built for the group of multicast. And this is where it can get